Well, joining us now in the studio for his analysis is the journalist and This Day commentator Thamsanqa Zhou. A very good day to you. Now, critics have been looking through this report. They've said that it didn't go far enough and that it was, to all intents and purposes, a whitewash. Is that fair? And where were the shortcomings?
It's difficult to say at the moment, but we should remember that this was a commission of inquiry. This was an inquiry, not an investigation. And the person that chaired that is Ian Falam, who is a respected retired judge, although they were appointed by the executive of President Zuma. Many people believe that they were the right people to carry out that. And they sat down with communities, they sat down with a lot of people in the civil society and those in the political opposition on their way to coming up with this report. So it will be too early. It's a long report, it's a comprehensive report, but it was an inquiry, and there are recommendations that have come out of that that might yet be more significant than the investigation itself.
Sure, because one of the points that people have referred to, it concerns Cyril Ramaphosa. Now, he is President Jacob Zuma's deputy. Now, he's been exonerated, even though he was a Lonmin shareholder, so you could argue there was an obvious conflict of interest there between being a shareholder, being on the government and trying to contain the strike. And also, the company itself was accused of not doing enough to resolve the original dispute. So that in itself will surely sit uncomfortably with the South African public.
No, what the investigation was looking at was the incident itself. Cyril Ramaphosa and others, they came in for quite some tough words in terms of, as part of the management system within the mine itself, within Lonmin, they should have done something to make sure that the situation did not deteriorate to the point where the incident happened with people striking. But what the report also says is it's difficult to link people like Cyril Ramaphosa to the incident itself.
So a management failure rather than the incident itself.
Yes. And a lot has been said about the people that own the mine. Most of them are British. Some of them, a lot of people have shareholders. Some of them are Zimbabwean, because this is part of the old Lonro, the Lonmin. So they have diverse. They are based in London, but most of the issues are about management. Those people will go back to them. But what is being talked about here is they want the police to investigate to see what happened during the course of the incident.
So there is that separation, therefore, between the incident itself and steps that the management should have taken to actually resolve the strike. So that's where the failing lies. But the police have been heavily criticised, in particular the police chief, Ria Thiega. Now, she's been singled out for the strongest criticism, and certainly President Zuma has talked about her role in this. So is her resignation now inevitable?
It would appear to be the case. Because in South Africa, it is unusual for people to hold on to their positions once there is a recommendation that comes out, and also for the investigation to be done. Because remember, this is the police force and her conduct. So even if she doesn't resign, what will happen is, for that investigation to be carried out, those at the top will have to be moved.
Exactly.
So
better to go before you have the second investigation, effectively.
That would appear to be the case. But the executive or the ministry might, or the police minister might maybe stop that from happening to make sure that the people remain in their positions, and then the investigation is done.
OK, so because very, very briefly, there is the danger, I suppose, that if she does go, it could be seen that she's carrying the can not just for her mistakes, but for those of others. In other words, there has to be one sacrificial lamb to basically carry the can for all.
Yeah, basically because the report is saying that the executive, as in the ministers and the government, did not give any orders for anyone to shoot and to kill. And a lot of police officers are saying that they were given orders by their superiors. So the whole thing will lie with the management and the people at the top. But political opposition, people like Malema, they are saying, well, the report is unbelievable in what it has come up with. So we don't know what's going to happen, but we also hope that the people, the victims, and the relatives of the victims can get some recourse from that.
OK, so Thamsanqa Zhou, we'll leave it there because we will be talking to you later, but for now, thank you.